Oh, I had to look at the time. Good afternoon. Got the radio going in the background. I hope that doesn't do like some kind of copyright stuff. I don't know. So, I'm having a really bad day. A really bad day. I've cried all day. So sometimes the good comes with the bad, right? And it's not that spiritual people don't have bad days. It's just how they deal with their bad days. Which Big Daddy has actually kind of like brought to my attention a couple times a day. I just really wanted to fall over like into somebody's arms and just say, just fix it. So Big Daddy's gonna be in a video today. Oh my god, I love this song so much. So I don't even know. This just like fell on me like a bombshell. I don't even know how to even start. So I keep getting phone calls from city.com. And I just like, finally I was like, just stop. Just put me on your do not call list, blah, blah, blah. They were like, well, this is bill collection, blah. I was like, yeah, it's a scam. Whatever. Put me on your do not call list. Remove my number from your list, whatever. And, and so she goes into this long spiel about, well, if we do that, then, if there's fraud on your account, we can't call you. If there's this, we can't call you. I was like, whatever. And then, so today, just on a whim, I thought, I'm just going to check my city account. Because when I paid it in full, we sold the car. So we sold the car. Mm-hmm. And Big Daddy said, just pay it off. I was like, okay. So we took that money and we paid it off. It said zero balance. And left it at that and walked away. And it was about a month after that, I started getting phone calls like crazy. And I was just like, they're trying to get me back as a customer. They want my monthly payments again, so on and so forth. And then finally I had enough. And like I said, I told them to stop calling me. So today, on a whim, I checked the account and it said I owe $147. I was like, what is this? No, I don't. So they have a thing called residual interest. I got hit with $37 residual interest on a zero balance. I don't even know how that's legal, but it is. It's fucking legal. So I'm mad. Sorry. So I fought with them this morning about, you can't charge me $37 for zero interest. They said, well, we can charge you residual interest on a previous payment, a previous purchase. The last time I used that card was when we bought the crystal business, and that was 2012.
Years ago, yeah.
5 years. I haven't used that card in 5 years. So they're charging me $37 residual interest on a purchase from 5 years ago. I lost it. I lost it. Do not bank with Citi. Do not open a citi.com credit card. Don't open any credit card until you research the credit card and find out if they can charge you residual interest, because it's illegal. So this is what happened. So after I had a meltdown, like I had such a horrible cry over all of this, because it was just like the balance. We paid it off. The balance said zero. And then a month later, they charged us this $30-something. And then it's been compounding interest since August. So now it's $140-something. I broke down. Like, completely broke down over this. So, left it with James, who was going to call.
Yeah, 140 something and a zero balance.
On a zero balance. So
and they sleep at night.
Yeah.
Like, they can go home and they're like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
They should totally be able to take everybody else's money because Lawyers.
So with the with that on my shoulders, and then a couple other things on my shoulders, I went out and did my, like, James got on me. He's like, stop crying, stop crying, stop crying. Because I had a lot of driving to do, had a lot of pet sitting to do, and he was like, you got to stay focused. And then other things too. He was just like, don't let them have control. Don't let them, when you cry, when you give up, when you do this, you're giving them control. And it's not that you shouldn't cry and you shouldn't get things out. Just don't do it because someone else has control of you, because you're feeling desperate. Cry and get it out. Find the root of the problem and then move forward, which was also that little nugget that he gave me again today. So I went through my day and I got home. We got it took care of. We had to pay it because I went to collections. I really didn't want to pay it. I just wanted to let it go. But then I had this horrible, unfounded fear that, it would grow to like $75,000, and when I die, they would go after Lee, and they would want that money from her. And so then it turned into, I got home, and we're both irritated, and we're both snippy, and that's honest in any relationship. But when you snip like that, you need to stop. You need to find out where it's coming from. You need to work through it. And so that's what we did. So where all of this is going, came home, had another big cry. James took care of what he called them. He talked to them. They guaranteed that there was a zero balance. They guaranteed that they wouldn't be able to charge us a residual interest on a zero balance after paying a zero balance. I didn't even get it. So he took time out of his day, and we stood in the kitchen, we had a beer, and we talked about some more things, and I cried some more, and I cried some more, and I cried some more, because they're just like so much. It's just like so much, and so much from years ago. I mean, I'm dealing with stuff like 30 years ago. Like, all of a sudden I'm crying about this, and he's like, what are you crying about? And then in an absolute joke, he said, Mercury's in retrograde. I lost it. I cried harder than I cried all day, because what is Mercury in retrograde? What is it? We talked about it. It's everything from the past coming forward so you can deal with it and get closure. Oh my God. Because I just cried, like fell over into my own hands and cried. And I was like, Mercury in retrograde doesn't bother me. I'm not affected by it. I'm affected by Mars. Blah, blah, blah. And he's laughing at me. And then it dawned on me. Like, it all came forward. And I was like, oh my God. It is Mercury in retrograde. So I dealt with it. I dealt with Mercury in retrograde because, like, today, everything came forward. And I have cried and cried and cried since 11 o'clock today. And it's 4 o'clock now. I'm tired of crying. Tired. And we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. And Big Daddy actually, like, validated a whole bunch of stuff and enlightened me in a whole bunch of stuff. Things that, like, I don't even know that I can, like, go backwards and tell you what we talked about. But, like, the one thing to carry forward from this, it's nobody else can take anything from you unless you allow it. When you allow someone to walk in and rule you by fear, when you allow somebody to walk in and help me with what I want to say, like you got mad at me because you was like, don't
empower others. I mean, if you understand the root cause of something, you take its power away.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you have power over it, but it means it can't hurt you because you've taken away its power. It's not that thing, whatever it is. Oh, they're going to keep charging me. No, they're not. You know, that's not something that can actually happen. And if it can, okay. Well, we will continue to have conversations every single month. And I promise you, I will make it really not worth your while. They'll be fun talks. And that's how you do it. You take it away.
Yeah. So take this away with you today. Don't let anybody take your power by trying to rule you by fear. Because they can't.
Don't let them have power over you.
Don't let them have power over you.
Because of what you're unsure of.
Yeah, exactly. Because of what you're sure of.
Figure out what it is that's bothering you so much. Once you understand it,
yeah,
you can do something about it. Or not, but at least you know.
But at least you know. Yeah. And take it back to the 80s. And, knowing is half the battle. Okay, so say it with me. Be peaceful.
Be peaceful.
Be kind.
Be kind.
It's important. It's important.
It is important.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.